I failed yesterday. I made a goal to create a video every day of Advent, and yesterday, day 11 of Advent, I didn't make a video. My mind felt empty and dull, and I didn't feel like I had anything to say. I prayed for help, and nothing came. Still, I tried to put words on a page and couldn't. I even thought I'd make it easy on myself and just find a really good, long quote and make a short video around that. But I couldn't find anything that seemed right or relevant. Under any other circumstance in my life, I would call my goal failed and give up. And I felt a little that way yesterday, like I had found yet another thing I couldn't pull off. But then, late last night, the Lord planted a thought in my mind. It said, "It's okay. Learn the lesson in this and start again tomorrow." Learn the lesson? What could the lesson in failing at a fairly simple task possibly be? As I pondered and prayed on the lesson, I realized something. No matter how hard I try, I am not the making of me. I can fail, and do fail, and will continue to fail. I can't help it. I am breathtakingly imperfect. But all my failures, big or small, were accounted for a long time ago. And still the promise remains. I and you will be given everything if we only but attempt a life with Christ. I think when we are constructing ourselves, we have this very specific idea of what good or impressive or successful looks like. We contort ourselves and kid ourselves and exhaust ourselves in the pursuit of what is ultimately vapor. We are not going to be perfect. We're not even always going to be good. We will fall short and disappoint ourselves and wish we had done things differently or better. And though it sounds a little overstated, none of that really matters, because even when we disappoint ourselves, we don't disappoint God. Sure, we sin and do essentially everything wrong, but God delights in our efforts, even the potential of our efforts. Like a parent watching their baby take its first steps, there's something in the effort, no matter how failed, that's delightful, which is good because all of our efforts will fail, even our most well-intentioned. Just before Jesus' crucifixion, we get two examples of well-intentioned failures. One is in Peter, who at the idea that Jesus would soon face death, promised he would go to his own death with Christ. To which Jesus said, "No, not only won't you die for me, but you'll deny me 3 times before it's finished." And second, when Jesus shifted his teaching style with his disciples in the end, choosing straightforward speech in place of figurative and parable teachings, they all felt that they now truly knew who he was and testified of their love and faith in him and how they couldn't be shaken in their knowledge. To which Jesus responded that in fact, they were wrong, because soon they would all desert him and scatter. But Jesus did not correct Peter and the rest of his disciples to shame them. He corrected them as a testament of who he is, so that they would have yet another miracle on their hands when they saw what they believed impossible become reality. Their weakness, their failure, their bitterly disappointing behavior served as a reminder of the omniscience of their Savior, while also showing them why they were in such desperate need of a Savior. In these dire warnings, Jesus ended his speech on their impending failure and desertion with these words, "I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. You will have suffering in this world, but be courageous. I have conquered the world." It's easy to feel like a failure. There are these deep grooves in our minds that dictate our thoughts on failure, success, purpose, and self-worth. They lead us to believe that if we have that, or do this, or accomplish that, then and only then are our lives justified. We are already justified by the goodness and graciousness of our Redeemer. There is nothing we can do that will make him love us any more or less than he already does. Inexplicably, he delights in us all the same. All we need to do is work on filling in those grooves in our minds and learn to think correctly and start again and again and again. Because it is okay. Whatever it is that you feel like you are failing at or being a disappointment in, it's okay. Learn the lesson in this and start again tomorrow.